houses and Hezekiah. Welcome to the DeFi Crypto Alliance show, and it's Friday, and we are doing our best to bridge the gap between our fellow entrepreneur friends and the best damn crypto community around. You guys, Pulse Chain, what is going on? I'm feeling good. I'm feeling fine. Man, I'm so happy to be getting settled in to our new house and just getting things put in order. It has been awesome. And man, what a wild ride it's been to go from Arizona to Puerto Rico, back to Arizona, and then we got to go back to Puerto Rico for a couple months next year. So that way I get all of 2026 as far as tax savings. And then from there, we'll be doing the DeFi Wealth Trust. That's it. That's the key, right? That's why we decided we could make the move and leave, because of the DeFi Wealth Trust gives us that opportunity to do so. Because, hey, what is the most important thing is creating legacy wealth, building the wealth over the course of our lifetime so we can bring absolute legacy to our family and our generation, right? To our loved ones. So super excited. What's going on today, guys? RH is launching something new. Who knows what this is going to be? I have no idea. What do you guys think? This is what's coming now. Let me fix this real quick. And there we go. Still working on the studio set here, getting all the lighting right. But yeah, what do you guys think he's launching, man? I think it's either going to be a stable coin attached to some kind of protocol, or it's going to be a wallet. And because I know those are the two things that he's always talked about and he's always referenced, there could be some theory that it could be a centralized exchange of some sorts. I don't know. That would be interesting. What do you guys think? But I think the most probable is either the wallet or a stable coin, because he's talked about both of those so much that I know he wants that. And so we'll see what happens here. Now, if it's a wallet, that'll be interesting, because we already have Internet Money Wallet, which is working pretty good. I like what those guys do over there. I don't know if the wallet is necessarily the needed the most, but you can argue the same about stablecoin too, because we have a bunch of stablecoin on the chain. Although the bridged in version of USDC, USDT, there is stablecoin. There's bridge risk, right? Those stable coins could absolutely get wrecked if something were to happen to the bridge. So that's the risk there. And then your other stable coins, like the ones tied to liquid loans and the other forks of liquidity, there's just not a lot of liquidity. And so there's not a lot of taking profits into those without slippage, right? And that's the problem there with those stable coins. We need more liquidity on chain to support those particular stable coins. But with Richard launching one, he has the means to provide liquidity to a stable coin to be able to not have incur slippage when you're trying to take profits, or vice versa when you're using that stable coin to go into an asset, right? So I think a stable coin could be the most needed in my personal opinion, and I would like to see launched on Pulse Chain. Like I said, the wallet would be a nice to have, but I don't think it's necessarily a needed. But a stable coin is kind of still a needed, because even though we have the USDC and USDT, there's bridge risk, right? With DAI also. So with a native stable coin created by Richard Hart, he has the liquidity to supply to make sure there's no slippage going in and out of that said stable coin. So the one thing I'm kind of hoping, I don't want to see another just random coin launched attached to something or not. I just don't want to see another coin, because my fear is that there will be a sell-off in the core assets to chase said coin. Because that's what the community likes to do. So I'm hoping there's no coin attached, at least yet. I mean, if he launches a wallet, I understand he might have a coin in there. But I don't know. I want to see, the altcoins can come first and the market dynamics sustain the new coin versus just right now because PvP. And so if a new coin were to get launched by him, then in my opinion, I think a lot of the cores would end up getting sold off and to buy the new coin. We saw that when Pump Tires launched, right? With most and some of those other tokens over there. So that's what I personally would like to see. Now, once again, it's not up to me. I'm not the guy, right? I'm just a dude on the internet who speculates on his own money, speculates on his own mindset, his own physical well-being, his own spiritual well-being. That's all I do here. This is never financial advice. You guys make your own decisions. You push the buy and sell buttons, not me. I push my buys and sell buttons, right? So if he launched a new coin, would I get some? Yeah, I probably would, right? I probably would, but I probably use, like everybody else, some pulse to get said a stable coin, or not stable coin, new coin, and that would push the price of pulse down. So let's see what happens. Let's see what he's cooking. He said 24 hours. 24 hours is roughly about an hour or so from now, or maybe 2. So let's see what he says. I don't think he says he's launching something in 24 hours. He's going to talk about and tell us what it is. I could be wrong about that. Maybe we'll launch in a couple hours. So once again, I don't know. It'll be interesting to see. I think the best thing we could see on Pulse Chain is stablecoin. So a native stable coin backed by massive amounts of liquidity, so we can go in and out of that native stable coin without incurring slippage. This is like the biggest thing we need on Pulse Chain, in my opinion. There's some other things we need too, of course, but like that would be awesome. So, and there'll be no bridge risk, no more. So that's what I would like to see happen. We'll see if it comes to fruition. I know eventually he's probably going to come out with some of these things, whether it happens now, with the wallet or the stable coin. He's probably going to eventually come to market with these because he's been talking about them for so long. So now with Pump Tires, he never talked about that. He just ended up launching. We had no idea. And like, oh, wow, now we have our own Pump.Fun. So it can be something, wildly different that I'm not even thinking about, or any of us are thinking about. And that's why he's doing that really weird prize pool. I don't know if you guys saw that. Like he's giving out like person who guesses the top prize, 10 grand or something like that. It's kind of odd that he's doing that. It's more of like a scammer thing to do. I don't know. It's weird that he's doing that. Maybe his account is hacked. Why would he be giving out prize pools for people who guess? But we'll see what happens, man. I'm very interested in what he's going to do. I think the stablecoin will be the best option. So good news. Today, I wanted to make sure I got a streaming because we are doing good on the secret chart. Like we talked about yesterday, the W is still in play. Pulse Chain is pumping on the day, which is nice. I love when we get a pump on the day. But we're doing good. We're still a nice green candle. We're even feeling that wick that we saw yesterday on the weekly. This is pulse measured in ETH terms on the weekly. Line chart's my favorite because it cuts out all the noise. And you can see that W clear as day here with the lower high playing out. Now, this candle has to close above the midpoint here on Sunday to be validated. If it closes, it could be go time. I don't know. I know you guys have heard me say it a million times. I know. But I don't know. TA's telling us it could be go time. Anyway, so Pulse is 403, which is good. Up 6% a day. Pulse X is 402. Not too shabby. Up 8%. Inc. Up 6% at $1.17. Still, man, anything under $2 is a highway robbery, in my opinion. But it's good. It's pumping. Hex is up a little bit. 3%. Same with EHEX. Not too shabby. So, Pulse Chain's getting a little bit of a pump today, probably from the speculation of what Richard Heart's going to launch or do. And so be careful with this pump. This pump might not sustain, might have a little bit of a sell the news, especially if he launches a new token. If he launches a new token, get ready for sell the news, and some of this gets sold into new token. Okay. So that's something I'm going to be looking out for, something I think that, could very well happen. So I'm hoping, like, for me, in my portfolio, I would like to not see a new token get launched, but hey, I'm not the guy in charge. I'm not at the helm. So I, have no control over these things, but I do like what I'm seeing in the weekly here on the secret chart. Did we put a bottom in against ETH? That'd be awesome. If we put a bottom against ETH, then that is making me super, super bullish. So as long as the top of the cycle is not in, which I still don't think it is. I give it like a 5 to 10% chance that it actually is in. I think we are still due for an altcoin season. That's still due for a blow off top in Bitcoin. And, we're going to see if that comes to fruition here towards the end of the year, because we know the Fed's going to be printing money. It's already starting to happen. They said they're going to start getting rid of quantitative tightening in December, and they're lowering the interest rates. Cost of money is coming down. Businesses like that. Businesses can borrow more money, aka business ISM goes up. People who are working for those businesses make more money. They get promotions. They hire more people. Where's that money go? Well, once it hits retail, it goes into crypto. So let's see if it repeats like it has for so many years or so many cycles before this one. So yeah, interesting stuff. 92 of you guys watching, not too shabby. Got 71 of you guys over on Twitter. Give me a retweet if you like the content. Come on, help out the algorithm over here. And if you guys really want to help the algorithm and send us to the fucking moon, come over to YouTube, smash the like, hit the bell notification, subscribe. I promise not to flood your inbox. I love Sami, but he floods your inbox. I don't do that, right? I come on here a couple times a week, maybe 3 times a week, and share my thoughts and processes, what I'm thinking at the time, and what I'm doing, right? And it's not always about crypto. It's about other stuff too. Health, sometimes real estate. Don't buy real estate right now. You'll get wrecked. That's financial advice. There you go. Nothing else I say is financial advice except for that one thing. Real estate's going to get you wrecked right now. But 24 of you guys over on YouTube, smash the like, hit the subscribe for me. Help us out here. I see about 50% of you guys who watch my show don't subscribe to my show. It's kind of weird. Why would you watch my show and not subscribe? Just subscribe. Come on. Help it out. Help it out, guys. So let's see. Let's check in with the chat. See how you guys are doing. The show is not going to go very long today. It's just kind of a quick check-in. We got a lot going on here. It's Friday, you know what I mean? And we are still doing a lot to get settled in. And my one daughter's not in school yet, which has been crazy, and we're trying to get her in school. She'll be in school by Monday at the very latest. That's for sure. What is going on, Eddie Gastelum? Once again, I hate that it's using your YouTube names or your @ your handles, instead of like your, what we told YouTube they could use. It's weird. So let's go. Let's go, my man. I love it. Alan, what's going on, bro? Yo. What is going on? How are you doing, Alan? Thank you so much for showing up for class. Norbert, what up, bro? Richard is cooking a ramen. He's cooking something, bro. I don't know what. You know what I mean? It will be ramen if he launches a new coin. I don't want a new coin launch, man. We got too many fucking coins, right? Don't launch a new coin. Just launch a protocol that brings over utility. Like a great stable coin protocol would be great. Like that. That would be like perfect. Thick liquidity, native. I think that would be our best bet. But yeah, I'm not in charge of this shit. So what am I? If it's a sacrifice, I am selling everything and leaving. Oh, that's funny. Yeah. I would watch it very close if it was a sacrifice. Yeah, it would be interesting to see, because here's the one thing. If he ran a sacrifice and only allowed, for example, Hex to be the asset to be sacrificed, or he gave you a bonus for Hex to be sacrificed, I don't believe there's enough money or retail here to support a sacrifice, but that would be an interesting dynamic. He did accept Hex last time, but he wasn't like, people could put it like, anything, right? They could put in USDT. They could sacrifice to, Aave or whatever. And if he did like a Hex only type sacrifice, where someone had to buy Hex and send it to the sacrifice, it would pump Hex, especially if he did it around altcoin season. So like if he planned it during altcoin season when things were going parabolic, and hey, you got to buy Hex to participate. Well, there's some very interesting tokenomics, right? Some interesting dynamics that would be fun. Doesn't mean you have to participate, but maybe by holding Hex, you might actually reap some rewards. So something to think about. I mean, yeah, if he's just like running a straight sacrifice, say, hey, send me your USDC. It's like, fuck, bro. We're wrecked. What do you want me to do? Jeez. Details. Yeah, man. I wish I knew the details. I don't know the details on this one, unfortunately. Good afternoon, man. Good afternoon to you, sir. I wish I knew who you were. Acid Hunter. Like, yeah, I don't know, man. This is like, it's horrible they use our freaking handles now. I can't believe this. How is me? What's going on, man? Hey, can you look a lot gooder, Corey? You can look a lot gooder. I don't know what the. Hey, you cam looks a lot good. Oh, my cam looks better. Oh, good, man. That's good. It's the same cam I was using in Puerto Rico. Different lighting though. I got different lighting on it, so it's better. I mean, I hope so. So remember the post transfer value without transferring coins? Yeah, I do remember that, Glockmatics. That was an interesting post. That's a long time ago, and somehow that might be integrated here with the stablecoin protocol. And also, you know what's another one I was thinking about? I would like to see is a really legitimate Tornado Cash fork, right? Like a privacy mixer that was actually legitimate and not trying to like scam everybody. It seems like we've had a couple of those, but one that actually worked well and was a direct fork over from Tornado Cash. It had a lot of liquidity. That would be an awesome project on Pulse Chain. So there's another one. I would love. It's kind of nice to have, nice to see. And I can't wrap my head around the idea of transfer value without transferring coins yet. Like, is that lending? I don't know. How does that work? We'll see. You can do that by giving the other person your private key. That's a good point, man. There's a good way to transfer value without transfer coins. How it's made, it got the comment of the day right there. Just give me your private keys. Boom. Done. You just transferred all your value. Maybe not in the best way, because now they have your whole entire wallet. But hey, we weren't asking for specifics, right? We're just saying. Duke of Booze, man. What's up, bro? How you doing, dude? Good to see you as always. It's Mine Fine Friday. It's going to be a fun weekend. I can feel it in my bones, man. And the myth, the man, the legend, Crypto 7. What's going on, bro? Welcome back. Hey, man. Thanks, man. It's been fun getting integrated back into Arizona here. The time's different. I'm waking up like 5 a.m. because I'm on Puerto Rico time still. I'm like, freak. I'm like, this is like, I got to get out to bed. And going to bed at 10 doesn't work, man. I need to wake up like 6, 7 at least. But it's been fun getting integrated back in. And so I'm going to get back streaming again. Try to get at least 3 shows a week, maybe 4. And I feel like we're getting close to altcoin season, man. We got to get this. We got to get this going, man. We're getting close. I know you know more about the market dynamics of the, what's going on with the NASDAQ and all that. And man, go watch Crypto 7 show. He's always got the alpha around that. It's good stuff. But thanks, bro. Appreciate it. NJ Dubs, what's up, man? Hey, it's been 24 hours already and no announcement from him about what the project is. So off to a good start. Yeah, 2 more weeks. He'll announce, I'll let you guys know in 2 more weeks, and then 2 more weeks comes, and then you know how it goes, man. Same old song and dance. It's hard to imagine ETH not breaking 5K this cycle. Alan, I agree with you, man. It's hard to imagine not making an all-time new high. That would be a first time, right? And then this cycle would be truly different. I just don't fall for this time is different narrative beyond the market cycle taking a little longer than it normally does, because I truly believe these cycles are based around global liquidity index and actual money coming into the economies and not the Bitcoin halving. And so if you look at it from that perspective, then the market cycle going into next year is not this time is different. Is that right? It's like a double negative. But it's not this time is different type scenario if you believe that we're based around the global liquidity index. If you believe we're based around Bitcoin halving, then yeah, it would be different. But if you don't believe in that, like me, yeah, I don't believe it's based around the Bitcoin halving. I believe it's a narrative that the Bitcoiners spun up to get you to buy more Bitcoin, which is fine. We all have narratives, right? Stake 555, buy more Hex. That's how you get more T shares. We all got narratives. So, but I don't see, I definitely don't see a place where ETH doesn't break 5K. That's for damn sure. Might not happen to around Christmas. War Fatty, what's going on, man? Our community is going to pump the Pulse Chain now. I hope, man. Let's see what happens. It'll be nice. My fear is they'll pump it and then it will sell the news when Richard Hart launches a new token. It's the same old shit, man. So I want to see that happen. Nathan, what's going on, bro? What are your thoughts of getting the wholesaling real? Fuck that, dude. Fuck wholesaling, dude. Nathan needs to work for me, guys. Nathan is actually wholesaling land, which is great. I'm very happy for him. He's making money at doing that. If you guys are interested in learning how to do deals from land, reach out to Nathan. He might be able to help you out there and pay him. Please don't ask him for his time without giving him some dollars. But Nathan's doing well at wholesaling land. It's where you lock up a contract from a buyer or from a seller, from someone is selling land, and you find the buyer and you flip the paper and you make an in-between spread. It's arbitrage. It's great. We used to do it in the houses. We used to do a lot of houses. Nathan used to work for me back in the day. And so what do I think about real estate? No. Real estate's going to get wrecked this year. Not maybe this year. Sorry, next year, 2026 and 27. I'll show you so many data points, bro. It'll make you throw up. Real estate is absolutely going to get crushed in the next couple of years. Don't be on that downward spiral. Have some other ways to make money. In my opinion, wholesalers will be the first ones to get washed out. Maybe I'm wrong. The big heavy hitters like the Nick Perrys, the Sean Terrys, the guys who have big operations will last. They'll weather the storm. But your mom and pop guys, your fly-by-nights, your weekend warriors, and they're all going to get washed out and crushed. We hit a top in real estate a year ago. It's going to go down, and we're going to get wrecked. So, but you're doing land, dude. So maybe you'll be protected by that. I don't know. I don't know what land's going to do. I haven't been watching like the metrics on that. So yeah, dude, I'm in Arizona, bro. Hit me up. How are your forecasts integrated, bro? Dude, that was so smooth. I can't believe like how well that worked. Like I thought, like think about picture this. There's 4 of us in the airport. 2 are kids, right? One's 4. We have 8 luggages, big ones, and then we have 2 carry-ons each, and then we have 4 cats. It's a fucking nightmare, bro. A day of traveling. And it went pretty smooth. I was shocked. Like I was crazy. Every time we had a layover, we take the cats in the bathroom. You got to pull them out. You got to change the bedding because they shit and piss. Right? They're scared. They don't know what to do. And it worked well, man. We got them all here. They're integrated fine, and they're running around the house. Now we're probably going to get rid of 2 of them. Fucking way too many, right? And I want to get rid of 2 and then be down to 2. I can't get rid of 2, the last 2, because one's my mom's cat. When she passed, I took her cat. So I can't ever get rid of that one. And the other one's a cat we bought. He's a full breed. He's a ragdoll, and he cost $2,000. So I'll never fucking get rid of him either, right? It cost me too much money. And he's a cool cat. He's like a dog. I mean, they're the coolest cat. Ragdoll cats are awesome. They're not like your normal mutt cat. So, but yeah, they're doing good, man. Thanks for asking. It's been a fun venture, man. Just glad we're here, dude. Shit. Cos, hey, welcome back. Exciting times ahead. Yeah, bro, I agree, man. I agree. Love you, my guy. Hit me up. Yeah, I love you too, bro. I'm glad you're doing well. Hope you keep crushing it, man. Keep flipping land. Don't get in the fucking houses, dude. You're going to get crushed if you get in the houses. Unless you're like a Nick Perry, right? Nick Perry will be fine because he knows how to he can literally outspend the downturn of a market. That's what you got to be able to do. So you got to have deep pockets. What up, Sergi? How you doing, man? How's Peru? All right, just about to release a wallet or an exchange. I would love to see an exchange too, man. I think that would be awesome. Man, can you imagine if you bought an actual exchange or created one, man? That would be crazy. Anyhow, it's bullish, whatever that might be. Yeah, I think a stable coin would be awesome. Wallet would be cool too. It would. Any of those would be good. Oh, I turned my marketing off so slow. What, dude? Don't go fucking broke, bro. You got to eat, man. How are you going to eat if you turn your marketing off? Jeez. Yeah, but you better be eating, bro. I mean, that's why you got to hit me up, man. I got no job for you, dude. Actually, you know what, dude? Maybe you want a sales job. We're scaling our marketing up right now, and we're looking to build out a sales floor. Yeah. You're good at sales, man. I remember when you worked. Problem is, guys, Nathan would he's one of those sales guys. Once he gets a bunch of commission checks coming in the door, he'd like to sit on his ass and just be on his phone all day. But then when he's broke again, he works the computer and he's like making the phone calls. Like, He's one of those guys, and he's great at sales when he's working. But then when he's got a bunch of commission checks, he's like, I don't gotta work for a while. I'll just chill and drink. Like literally, that was how Nathan worked. So just to give you guys a little insight, he's a great sales agent, though. He is. He's good at sales. Bash, what's up, man? It will not be a stable coin, wall, or sex. We have that already. All right, said great news. I don't notice anyone even close. It's interesting. So from the people responding, what it might be. All right, well then it's probably, yeah, if he said it's not even close, then that means it's not those three things. That'll be interesting to see. My cat allergy is flaring up 1,000 miles away right now. Paul Sachs. Yeah, man, dude. I get it. Yeah, I was raised on them. Like my mom was like the cat lady who had 10 cats and 2 dogs. Like that was my mom. And so like, even if I had allergies, I'm sure my immune system got like used to it or something just because my mom. Yeah. So yeah, ragdolls, they're the coolest effing cat, man. They're like dogs. They lay in their backs all day long and they get fat and big and like they just don't move a lot. They're very slow and just really a well-mannered cat. You can train them like to walk on a leash, all that kind of stuff. And so they're a really cool cat. You think anyone guessed what it was so far on this thread? RH said 1 came close, which is shocking. Yeah, I don't know, man. I got to look. It'd be hard to figure out which one is the one that's correct, right? I guess look for the one that's the most offset, right? Like the one that's the farthest away from stablecoin, sex, or wallet, right? So maybe kind of pinpoint a few that might be close. What's up, guys? Running in late. What's up, King Jay? How you doing, bro? What is the good word? It's the 24th hour. Yeah, it is, dude. It is because it was right around my stream yesterday or right after my stream. He made the announcement and we're 24 hours later. So, but dude, he's late to everything, man. Why do you guys think he's going to like tell the news right at 24 hours? The guy's going to be late to his freaking funeral, right? The guy's like, Pulse Chain was 2 years late, even though if you ask me, it was 2 years too early. Pulse Chain was 2 years too early to market, but for the community and the sacrifice, it was like 2 years too late. It's funny how that worked. But man, yeah, wish Pulse Chain would be launching right now. We might be in a lot better shape because going into altcoin season as kind of the rest of the markets were absolutely wrecked would have been the best time to kind of do that. My friend trained his cat to use the toilet. Pretty awesome. Low maintenance. I fed strays and now raising 3 kittens in my backyard. That's cool, man. Like I said, I love cats because I was raised around them my entire life. The one that he trained to use a toilet, was that a ragdoll that he trained to use a toilet? I bet it probably was. They're smart cats. They're, like I said, they're like dogs. And they do a lot of talking and just the way they communicate is a lot different than your normal house cat. They're really, really cool. They have long hair, though. That part is a problem. They're very long hair. They shed a lot, like a long-haired dog. And we might actually take ours down to get cut. He'll look so funny bald. He would look so funny bald. Q2 into December isn't until, yeah, I know, man. That's great. I mean, it's good for crypto. It's good for business ISM. It's good for, the economy as a whole. And so, yeah, I mean, if you have money that you're borrowing, you can get cheaper money now when quantitative tightening and the interest rates come down. And they'll start to print the money again, turn the money printers back on, inject liquidity in the economy, which is going to push up the business ISM. This is what we need, guys, for altcoin season. Every single time we had an altcoin season, we were in a very favorable business ISM environment. I know I sound like I'm spitting out Raoul Paul's stuff because I am, but he's on to something there. And so the business ISM is a factor we take into consideration here. Everyone's like, no, it's the 4-year cycle, Bitcoin halving. Bullshit. It's a narrative. It's a narrative. If there's no money to buy crypto, then how's crypto going to go up? The only reason why Bitcoin's been going up is because of institutional money. That's it. It's been an institutional only cycle. That's strictly it. So they've been buying Bitcoin. They've been pushing it up. Have you seen a blow off top or like a retail type looking top in Bitcoin? No. Go look at the Go chart. The Go chart has an up and only to the right blow off top before correcting. It literally had retail in it. You saw retail lining out, waiting on the streets, camping out, buy gold. That was how we knew the top was in, right? And so we have not seen that in Bitcoin yet because it's been institutional only. Will it happen? I believe it will at the end of the year or beginning of next. Business ISM is a big factor here. Raul Paul is on to something here with this shit, man. So once again, I don't know. Maybe I'm totally wrong. I'm just a guy on the internet who speculates. That's all I am, right? I'm just some crazy loon entrepreneur guy who like travels with 4 cats in between countries. And like, what the hell do I know I'm talking about? I mean, I don't, right? I'm crazy. So who knows? It was some mutt. Oh yeah, that's still cool though, man. It was a mutt. I'll tell you what, another cool version of a cat or another species is good as the Maine Coon. They're the biggest house cat you can get. Best domestic house cat, and they're massive. They can get to like 40 pounds. The Ragdoll is the second biggest, and so they would be a cool cat to have for a very good full breed. They're about $5,000 to $6,000. Not interested in buying one of those right now. Maybe after altcoin season, we will see if we get rid of these other 2 mutts. Taylor Kennedy posted this old quote from Richard. I figured out a way to transfer value without transferring coins. Yeah, but what is that? Like, it makes no sense to me. And then How It Made said, yeah, give away your keys. I think it was How It Made said that. I hope it was. Hope I'm giving credit to the right person. But yeah. Powell tried to hide QT, ending on ist by banging on about how it made no rate cut in December. QT ending is code for QE starting. I agree with that. Yes, that I 100% agree with that. We've already seen they're starting to buy back bonds, which is a form of quantitative easing, right? And so we've already started to see some of the what they do in the past right before quantitative easing. So I think it's going to come. It's going to happen. And man, these guys have got to see the same data on real estate that I'm seeing. And they don't want real estate to get absolutely freaking wrecked. And I'm seeing some absolutely just horrible data points on real estate. If these guys aren't watching that shit, like, come on, they have to be. And how do you fix that? Well, quantitative easing. That's how you fix it. And I'm sure there's a bunch of other stuff that they're watching that I don't even know about with businesses and I can't even comprehend, or bonds and stuff like that. But like there's a lot of different factors they look at to decide whether or not they're going to turn the money printer on. It's time. Business ISM is so freaking low for so long. So many of my friends in businesses that they own either have gone out of business or they have shut, or they're just doing less revenue, right? They've done layoffs. And it's been tough for them. And so, yeah, they, as a whole, the economy needs an injection of liquidity. It's going to happen. So, yep. Good comment, Crypto7. Exactly. Yep. I agree 100%. Hi, Corey. Could you do a stream sometime on creating a multi-sig wallet that we need for the DeFi trust? Thanks, dude. I don't do, any, I'm not technically allowed to give like direct advice. You know what I could do? I'm trying to think through this. Maybe I can get on with Chris. Yeah, I could probably get on with Chris and do a stream with Chris and discuss it on there with him, how to go through and do a multi-sig wallet. That because it's directly related to the DeFi Wealth Trust. And I just gotta be careful because I'm not licensed, right? I'm not a tax strategist. I am not any of those guys, but I could do it with Chris. So let me discuss it with him, see what we come up with, or at least maybe have him or us make a video or find a video that either we do it live or we can send it to you guys when you need. In fact, I'll write it down because I meet with Chris on Mondays. And so, yeah, I'll meet when I'll bring it up in our meeting on Monday is a multi-sig wallet for DeFi Wealth Trust. So, yeah, I can definitely figure out what we can do there because we want you guys in the DeFi Wealth Trust. It's free to book a call with Chris. So, guys, go ahead and book a call with Chris, DeFiWealthTrust.com in the show notes. And it's free to set the trust up. So, why wouldn't you? Unless you think Pulse Chain's not going to pump. But even if it pumps a little bit and you take some profits, you got to go into something, right? And you can keep it in crypto in the DeFi Wealth Trust. You can keep it in DeFi, and maybe you want a stable coin yield farm. Do it in the trust so you don't pay any freaking taxes. Not even at 40 yet. We'd recognize it when average people start buying extrovert, purchases. Yeah. I can't even talk today. Yes, you're right. We have not seen retail whatsoever, in my opinion. Maybe a little bit on Solana a year ago with the whole stupid pump.fun. But even there, it was 98% people getting wrecked. So maybe there was a 2% of retail that got some money, got wealthy from that. Not very much. So Richard says the most powerful project is one that no one guessed, one that blindsides everyone and invents. I can't even talk today. It invents a new paradigm. What could it be? I'm curious, man. I just don't want a new token. Come on, man. I'm burnt. I don't participate in almost any other side projects anymore, or any other altcoins on Pulse Chain. I'm burnt on it, man. I'm only buying cores, and I don't want a new token. Judging historically, usually about 70 to 90 days after QT ends and QE begins, unless it's different. Now that's a good data point. I like that. So we're looking at 70, 90 days after quantity. So that would put us into Q1 of next year, right? About February-ish, February, March, towards the end of Q1, which would send altcoin season, which, that all lines up with the whole Raoul Pal narrative, right? Now depending on how true the narrative is, this part here will determine that. But that all lines up with the whole business ISM being the reason why the markets have been wrecked for so long and we haven't seen altcoin season. So this stuff, this is very interesting data points and to take in consideration, man. I'm glad you mentioned that. Glad to catch you live face, man. I appreciate it. Appreciate it much, Ashley. So probably March 2026. Yeah, dude, that lines perfectly up with Raoul Pal saying. Crypto's talked about it a few times. Sami talks about it now. So yeah, that's interesting. Once again, man, it's not this time is different in my opinion because there was never a time where it was revolving around the Bitcoin halving. That's just bullshit. That's what the Bitcoiners want you to believe. That's my opinion, man. I know some of you guys probably don't agree with that. Could be something massive. I agree. Dude, it could be one of the most massive altcoin seasons we have seen because we've been suppressed for so long, right? It's like keeping that inflatable beach ball in the water for so long. The deeper you put in the water, the longer you hold it, the higher it goes up after you let it go. Could be like one of those type of things, right? The fact of engagement is what matters most. Nearly 500,000 people in just 24 hours. It's freaking nuts, dude. On his comment, man. Let's go. Arch is cooking. We can't wait to see what is up his sleeve. So, yeah. Well, guys, I'm going to end the stream there because last time he made his announcement shortly after the stream ends. So maybe he's waiting for my stream to end to make his announcement. Probably not. But just in case, right? So once again, guys, like and subscribe if you like the content. We're back. We're back in the saddle. What's RH cooking? I have no idea. It looks like it's not going to be a stable coin. It looks like it's not a wallet. It looks like it's not a SEX. I don't know what it's going to be. We'll have to find out. It's going to be a lot of fun. Hope it's not a new token. I'll be burnt on that. If it is, I'll be swapping some Pulse for it. There you go. You guys know what I'll be doing. But that hurts the price of Pulse, right? So I don't have any dry powder on chain right now. So that's the only option I got. Then I can just buy some more Pulse next time I do a DCA. Yeah, there you go. That's how I'd fix the problem. But guys, I'll see you next week. enjoy the weekend, spend time with your loved ones, spend time with your family, go out there and create value in the world. Maybe that value turns into money. You can bring it in. You can 100x your life through crypto. I'll see you guys later. Touch some grass. Love every single one of you. Peace.